Hello, my dear children. Very good morning to you all. Welcome you all in general knowledge session. So, today we'll start with chapter 30, that is Rivers, Lifeline of Mankind. Since ancient times, rivers have been considered as the lifeline of human civilization. Many dams and multi-purpose projects have been built on various rivers to tap the river water in the best possible way. So in this chapter there are three exercises given, exercise A, B and C. Okay, in exercise A we have to do match, in exercise B there is filling the blanks, and in exercise C there is you can say a puzzle type question. Okay, so exercise C you have to do it by yourself. In this video we'll look out about exercise A and B. Okay, let's start. The first one is Narmada, and which project is built on Narmada? That is Sardar Sarovar Dam. The Sardar Sarovar Dam is a concrete gravity dam built on the Narmada river in Navagam near Kewadia, Narmada district, Gujarat in India. Next is Kosi, and Kosi project is built on Kosi river. The Kosi is a transboundary river which flows through Tibet, Nepal and India. It drains the northern slopes of the Himalayas in Tibet. Third is Satluj river, and Bakhar Nangal, you can say Bakhra Nangal dam is built on this river. Bakhra dam is a concrete gravity dam on the Satluj river in Bilaspur, Himachal Pradesh in northern India. The dam forms the Govind Sagar reservoir. Let's see fourth one, Krishna river and Nagarjuna Sagar dam. Nagarjuna Sagar dam is a masonry dam across the Krishna river at Nagarjuna Sagar, which straddles the border between Nalgonda district in Telangana and Guntur district in Andhra Pradesh. Next is Mahanadi river, and Hirakud dam is built on Mahanadi river. The Hirakud dam is a composite structure of earth, concrete and masonry 10 km north of Sambalpur. It is the longest major earthen dam in India. And the last one is Kaveri, and the project that is built on Kaveri river is Krishna Raja Sagar. The dam was built across the river Kaveri in 1924. It is the main source of water for the districts of Mysore. The water is used for irrigation in Mysore. Now let's see the exercise B, that is filling the blanks. Okay, now let's see exercise B, filling the blanks. First, Ganga and Brahmaputra when entered Bangladesh jointly form the river Padma. Okay. The Padma or Podda is a major river in Bangladesh and India. It is the main distributary of the Ganges, following generally southeast for 120 km to its confluence with the Meghna river near the Bay of Bengal. Now let's see the second blank. Port city of Surat is situated on the bank of Tapti. The Tapti river is a river in central India located to the south of the Narmada river, which flows westwards before draining into the Arabian Sea. The river has the length of around 700 km and flows through the states of Maharashtra, Gujarat and Madhya Pradesh. Third, the longest river of India is Ganga. The Ganga is a transboundary river of Asia which flows through India and Bangladesh. The 2,525 km river rises in the western Himalayas in the Indian state of Uttarakhand and flows south and east through the Gangetic plain of North India into Bangladesh. Fourth, which state has the largest number of inland waterways? That is Kerala. Kerala, a state on India's tropical Malabar coast, has nearly 600 kilometers of Arabian Sea shoreline. It's known for its palm-lined beaches and backwaters or a network of canals. Inland are the Western Ghats mountains whose slopes support tea, coffee and spice plantations as well as wildlife. And the last one is, which river is famous as Southern Ganga? That is river Godavari. The Godavari is India's second longest river after the Ganga and third largest in India. Drains about 10% of India's total geographical area. Its sources is in Trimbakeshwar, Maharashtra. It flows east for 1465 kilometers, draining the states of Maharashtra, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and Odisha. Thank you for watching the video. Have a nice day. Bye.